All right, welcome everybody here on a Wednesday night. I'm back. I know you all missed me last week, but we're in round number 2 of the playoffs here with the Maple Ridge Super Truck Series. We are back behind the wheel of the Super Late Models here at Hickory Ridge Super. Nope, I'm reading the wrong thing right now. Hickory Motor Speedway. I don't know why I was trying to confuse those two phrases together, but I did anyway. But this little third-mile track is, Jamie, I've never raced here. I know that we've got it on one of our Goat Locker Racing series, but both of us had to buy the track before we even showed up here tonight to even broadcast this thing. So this is going to be new to all of us. So I can't wait to check it out.
Yeah, I have no idea what to expect. I don't know what the racing is going to be like. Can't project anything here, so we're all going to be learning this firsthand right here tonight together.
So anybody that tunes in to our races and has any information on Hickory or just wants to throw some tidbits out there as we're streaming here tonight, by all means. But I'm interested here. I mean, this is definitely one of those hometown, local, Saturday night, Friday night tracks here. We're under the lights here tonight, but it's a third of a mile, so there's going to be action all the time. This is round number 2, so they'll be cutting the field down one more time here this evening. But as we get to our starting grid here tonight, it is going to be Kyle Meyer in the 88 machine taking the pole here tonight with a lap time of 13.868. To his outside is going to be Mike D'Amico in that number 29 machine. Starting third is going to be John Dickerman in the number 13. To his outside, Alex Marinelli in the 17. Christopher Morris Jr. with a tough week last week, from what I understand, running out of fuel. But he's going to roll off the grid 5th here this week. Jacob Ellingson, Goat Locker Racing Zone in the number 27, rolling off 6th. Peyton Hill in 7th. James Goshen in the 85 will start in 8th. Mario Urcolani in the 41 will roll off in 9th. Starting 10th is going to be Chad White in that number 43 car, and starting shotgun on the field, Kevin Otis in the 09.
And Pat, we may be having we're going to create the drama, even if there is no drama.
Go.
We're going to go ahead and create it. Last week, Christopher Morris, who was regular season champion, picked a really bad time to have his worst race of the season by was really on the outside looking in, continuing the playoffs against Jonathan Dickerman for the final playoff spot. Make the cut for this week. They were supposed to have a shootout. I don't know if they used qualifying as that shootout or what. If they did, Jonathan Dickerman has advanced in playoffs, and Christopher Morris is on the outside. If that's what they use. I did not see them do any laps prior to qualifying starting. So, if that was in fact the shootout, Jonathan Dickerman is in the playoffs and Christopher Morris is not.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I saw some things about that earlier in the week, but getting ready to take the green flag here, so we'll get it sorted out. Green flag is out, and we're underway. Kyle Meyer down to the inside, Mike D'Amico to his outside as they are 2x2 back through the field here. Looks like John Dickerman in the 13 clears for third spot. These laps are going to click by quickly here as they're going to run about 14 seconds, and we've got 125 laps here tonight. And I tell you, with this being a new track here for us, especially up in the broadcasting booth, we're going to try to find you the best pictures we can. But a lot of tight racing here so far. And I tell you, Jamie, I don't think these cars ever stop turning.
No, it don't look like they do. And I'm not gonna talk about Mike D'Amico this week like I did last week. I think I really lit a fire under him because he had the best racing season last week. After I said he really hadn't been his usual self this year. Apparently, he's had a change in equipment there on his rig that he's been getting sorted out, and it sounds like he finally got that. It didn't really came to life last week for him. So here he is tonight, all over the bumper of Kyle Meyer here early, looking to back up his dominant win at Pocono last week.
Yeah, it's some good tight racing here as we see Christopher Morris and John Dickerman getting ready to battle it out here for third position. 1 and 2, Kyle Meyer and Mike D'Amico seem to kind of settled into place right now. No real pressure from the second place car of Mike D'Amico. Best race on the track right now is the race for third position. We'll go back and take a look at some of these other people. Peyton Hill in that 48 car running back in 5th position, up a couple spots already. Jake Ellingson in the Beavis and Butthead car, because Jake Ellingson always finds a way to find some interesting paint schemes. Cool one, though. Brings me back to the days of MTV and all that other fun stuff. I suppose we could also put it to a vote of some kind. I mean, which one would he be? Would he be Beavis or would he be Butthead?
I think he can both.
He's both wrapped up into one. Eh.
He's got well covered.
Take a look at Mario Ercolani running back in 7th position, up a couple spots from where he had started. He's all over the back of Jake Ellingson right now. James Goshen in the 85, running back in 8th position. Looked like he grabbed a little bit of wall there, but he's doing all right. Kevin Otis in that 09, running back in 9th. Chad White in 10th, and Alex Marinelli in that number 17/54 car, running back in 11th position right now. We'll head back up front. It looks like Kyle Meyer is starting to pull away here, Jamie.
Yeah, he is. He's definitely putting some distance between him and Mike D'Amico. He's really impressed, though, with the start that these guys have gotten off to. Hickory being, you know, a relatively new track on the racing. I'm sure there's not a lot of guys with a whole lot of experience on it. But they've gotten off to a good, clean start, considering it's only a third of a mile. So, good job to these guys getting going here.
Yeah, we'll bring up the track map here. I always love it when I say something like that and then the thing doesn't work. We're not going to bring up the track map here. Never mind. It has decided it doesn't want to hang out with us right now. Maybe we'll get back to it after a couple of technical fixes here. But still a lot of great racing happening here around the track. We're on lap number 16 of 125. So very early in this race. And, you know, I'm assuming at these short tracks here like this, and I don't know if Alex did anything with the fuel, but these guys should be able to go all the way on fuel, no sweat. Not real sure what the tire wear will look like. So I guess the first time the caution flag waves, if it waves here tonight, we'll start to see, you know, what some of the strategy is going to be.
Well, there was a car that had gotten around back stretch. It looked like no caution was thrown, and then it appears that was the 27 of Jacob Ellingson. He's managed to stay on the lead lap for now. He is not too far out in front of the leaders.
Yeah, as we see, he's fallen all the way back to the last position right now, and he's probably about 10 car lengths in front of the leader, Kyle Meyer. So we're on lap number 20 of 125 here tonight. We'll just have to see if Jake Ellingson's going to be able to hold on here. And now Mario Ercolani is going around on the back stretch. He's down in the grass. Keeps it pointed in the right direction. We stay green. Mario's going to be our first car to go a lap down. So a couple cars here having some troubles and spinning out. Check in on the 48 at Peyton Hill as these three cars right now. Christopher Morris Jr. able to get around Mike D'Amico through some of the action that was happening, so he's moved himself up into 2nd position. We'll have to kind of look at the lap times here and see if he's able to do anything with our leader Kyle Meyer, because Kyle right now is looking awful strong.
He's going. Not over a 2.5 second lead.
We expect, you know, definitely going to have some be in some traffic throughout the night here a little bit. We'll kind of monitor the lap times between Kyle Meyer and Christopher Morris here and see if Chris has got a little extra speed here, but it seems they're trading back and forth just a little bit. As Kyle Meyer closes in on the rear bumper of the 27 here. We'll have to see how hard Jake fights to stay on this lead lap, which, you know, it's early. I don't know that I'd want to go a lap down this early. And there's already one car a lap down.
I talked to Jake before the race, and he understands what the playoff situation is. He knows he has to finish in front of at least one person in order to make the cut to get into the championship 4 next week. So he definitely does not want to go a lap down this early. It's going to put a real damper on his playoff hopes if that was to happen.
Yeah, and you just don't know. I mean, we've seen a lot of races here, Jamie, you know, in Maple Ridge where they go green to checker. So, you know, it's kind of sometimes hard to call your strategy or, you know, figure out. And it's also really hard to recover from any type of a mistake whatsoever. Because on a track like this, you make a mistake, don't catch a caution. I mean, this is exactly where you land yourself, almost going a lap down.
And you know, the unfortunate thing, it didn't show up as an incident, so we really can't go back and look at it now at this point. So we don't know really with Jake if it was a self-spin or if he got help there. And it looks like there's no race control here tonight. So I don't know. Don't know what that situation was. Maybe it should have been a caution and just didn't get thrown. But a tough break right now. Kyle Meyer is. Thought he was going to get to the back of Jake there and make his night even worse. But I think he's going to make that pass here and put Jake a lot down.
Yeah, we'll go back and I'll see if I can't pull up what happened to Jake here. As I don't know why it just paused all of a sudden, but we're going to go with that. And it looked like I didn't quite catch it there, so try a couple of things here.
One thing right now, Jake is going to have to do everything he can to stay in contact with Kyle. Kyle's coming up on other lap cars here, you know, at the end of the field. Jake's going to have to get around these cars as fast as he can, too, so that he can stay in contention for the lucky dog if the caution does come out.
And I tell you what, Jamie, we have found it. It looks like Mario Urcolani helped that 27 car around. Yep. Mario Urcolani into the back of the 27, spins him out, and that is the reason Jake has gotten so far behind there.
It should have probably been a caution. Didn't happen. But he just needs to maintain his focus, keep working hard here. Get a caution and be in position for the lucky dog.
As long as he can stay in contact with the leader, I think he's in a good spot there. But yeah, tough break there as we were able to go back and figure out what happened to Jake Ellingson there. But he was helped around by Mario Urcolani. Finds himself a lap down right now, but still fighting strong. Still early in this race. We're on lap number 42 of our scheduled 125 here tonight. This is round number 2 of the playoffs in the Maple Ridge Super Truck Series. Kyle Meyer has been absolutely dominant here so far this evening as we continue to kind of watch those lap times. And we saw, and to be expected, while Kyle was trying to pass Jake Ellingson there, he lost some time to Christopher Morris. He lost about a half second. That seems to have stabilized right now. I mean, he is just a tick faster than Chris each and every lap.
Oh, he's in the wall.
He grabs him a little wall there. That's another thing, Jamie, and we know this all too well. With these short tracks like this, it becomes hard to maintain your focus. I mean, you're in this little fishbowl going around in circles and circles and circles, and it's hard to maintain focus.
Keep an eye on Kyle to see that doesn't look like it. He's getting back the time he had lost. I think he's just fine.
Yeah, these super late model cars are pretty tough. They can take a wall bang pretty easily and take it in stride and keep moving and keep maintaining, lap time as well. But some good racing here so far. Kyle Meyer is kind of stinking up the show here. He's out over 2 seconds over Christopher Morris Jr., running back in second place right now. Mike D'Amico finds himself back in third position. John Dickerman running in fourth right now in the number 13 machine. Peyton Hill having himself a solid night there in fifth position. James Goshen in the number 85 running back in sixth. You see Alex Marinelli right there as well running in seventh position. Kind of chronicled the night for Jacob Ellingson so far, but he is still running in the eighth position. Chad White back in ninth in that 43. Kevin Otis in the 09 running in 10th, and Mario Urcolani, and again, kind of cataloged his night here tonight too, running in 11th.
Guess we good time to let the cat out of the bag we got coming up.
Sure.
Jeff Powell, Veterans 48, hopped in our Discord today to let us know that he's running in the contest again to have. Help me out. What's his name? Paul
Stanley? No, it's Paul. Oh, you would do this. From Orange County Choppers. Paul.
All right. Paul Tuttle.
There you go.
Yeah. He's in a contest to have Paul Tuttle helping him build one of the bikes for Veterans 48. So we decided to go ahead and make the announcement that in May we kick it off with another fundraiser for Veterans 48, the whole month of May, go like a race. So that being said, right now the biggest way you can help is you go to our Facebook page, and then the link is posted. Click on that link and you can go cast a vote each day to help Veterans 48 win this competition. And it doesn't cost you anything. It's a couple minutes of your time to go on there and click the link, cast your vote. You could actually pay to get extra votes if you want to do that, but it's not necessary. Go on there, click Veterans 48, help them win this contest, help get these bikes going forward so that we can stop disabled veterans and get them on the road riding. Jeff, definitely appreciate your support. So with Pat and I, it all good like a racing. So.
Yeah, absolutely. We had a great time last October doing a month-long fundraiser for them. Matter of fact, Jamie, you were able to hand deliver a check for over $1,000 to them. From all the fundraising that we did, which was significant. I can't say it any better than that for us here at Goat Locker Racing and all our fans and everybody that tunes in from Maple Ridge as well. That donated to that. It was so awesome to be able to hand deliver that check. Seeing what Jeff was talking about a little bit and reading some of the stuff that he's got coming up, it looks like he's got 3 veterans right now lined up for motorcycles, and he's wanting to get those built. So we're excited as always to get the fundraiser started again in the month of May. I know we're still only in the month of March right now. Technically, we'll say it's April, so we're a month away. But we got some cool stuff coming up. We got brand new hats we're going to be giving away. Just all the cool stuff we did last October to raise all that money. We're going to rinse and repeat it and do it even better this year. So, but like Jamie said, go to our Facebook page, click the link, throw a free vote out there. Let's get some disabled veterans some motorcycles.
I mean, don't get any easier than free.
No, not much. As we continue under green flag conditions here, we are over halfway through our race, and Kyle Meyer still leading by about 1.9 seconds here. He is steadily putting cars a lap down here. I mean, half the field is already a lap down to him. Alex Marinelli was just the next victim at this point in 9, running in 6th position. Christopher Morris, the only one really been able to keep up. Mike D'Amico has fallen to 6.7 seconds back. John Dickerman is 8 seconds back. And Peyton Hill still in that lead lap, though, 9.2 seconds back. But I tell you, this race is flying by at this point in time.
Already closing in on 70 laps.
And I wish they knew if they'd done anything with the fuel strategy or not, because quite honestly, we don't know if they're going to have to pit or not pit. Oh, there goes Alex up into the wall. But since we're a little past halfway here, we do want to give a big shout out to a lot of the Maple Ridge sponsors here. Vermont Sim Racer has been absolutely phenomenal sponsor of this series. Been a real champion of just sim motorsports, in iRacing and everything they do. They have that great facility up there. I think they have 4 rigs that are set up to where you can go in there and actually try out iRacing. They've got different packages where you can go in there and actually get coaching and all kinds of different things. So if you're up in that area, you get a chance, please go over and visit Vermont Sim Racer. Check them out. They're doing some awesome stuff here in the sim racing world. It's awesome to have them be a part of this as well. I know that they tune us in on Wednesday nights there at Vermont Sim Racer, and so we truly appreciate it. But we truly appreciate the impact that they're making in sim sports, and then also really in the real race world, because they sponsor a local driver there as well. Not sure in what series or whatever. I didn't want to throw that one out there because I was unclear of that one. I know they sponsor a local driver. It looked like Kevin Otis has had some issues, and he's now 7 laps down and still sitting on pit road with one very tore up machine. Tough night for that 09. We'll go back and take a look at what happened to Kevin here. As we're watching Kevin here, it looks like he's gonna comes off the corner. Just, oh my goodness, he comes off that corner, turns him down to the inside wall, and he gets hung up on the wall and has to tow back to the pits.
Put it on the trailer, and he's headed to the house.
Yeah, sometimes that's the way that it goes, unfortunately. Tough night for that 09 car.
Put out there, if anybody is looking for some coaching, Sim Racers offering that as well. But it's going to be more the Will Smith style. If you do something stupid, I'm just going to smack you. So put that out there. Service is available.
I laugh so hard because it's true, because I have actually participated in some sports with you, and I think I've been slapped before. Between softball and bowling and whatever else, I'm pretty sure at some point in time you probably slapped me. Oh man! As we're coming up on about 40 laps left here to go tonight. Been a pretty good race here at Hickory. It seems like some of these guys have really got a handle on this track, and a couple guys. It's just like any other race. I mean, you're going to have guys that get a really good handle on the track, and some guys, I think, probably quite honestly, this is their first time on the track. So, a little bit of a trial by fire here. Let's go back in and check in on Christopher Morris here as he's running back in that second position. Having himself a pretty solid night, clean. The car looks good. Just kind of running his own laps right now, same as Kyle at this point in time. Mike D'Amico running back in that third position. He's got Jake Ellingson right behind him, and right now Jake Ellingson is... Nope, Alex Marinelli's still the first car 1 lap down. John Dickerman in that number 13 machine still on the lead lap here. And then we go back and take a look at Peyton Hill running in 5th position. A few cars there kind of running together.
Myers trying to match Christopher Morris's dominant race a few weeks ago when he had everybody in 1 car lap down. Myers looking to repeat that tonight. This might do it.
That was a pretty exciting end to that race. Between the little side bet we had going on and who was rooting for who to do what. sometimes, like you said at the beginning of this race, Jamie, sometimes you just got to create your own drama.
I think we're going to have that kind of dramatic finish because he's not going to be able to do that to Christopher Morris, but he's got a shot to move everybody else a lap down with the next 35 laps. I think is what's left here, right?
Yep, right about that. And again, as these laps continue to tick away here. We're on lap number 92 of our scheduled 125 here tonight. It's round number 2 of the Maple Ridge Super Truck Series. We're in the playoffs. Been a great season here. It's been a unique season, how they went back and forth between the trucks and the super late models. I think everybody, I know the drivers have enjoyed it. You've seen some of these drivers be able to really flourish in the trucks, while others really good with the traditional super late model from last year. So it's been interesting to see who's been good at what and how good they've been at them. But it's an interesting way to set up a season, but I think it's worked, Jamie.
Yeah, I agree. I was skeptical when I heard the plan. You know, mainly because they had such a good season last season, season 1. I kind of felt like, why are you going to mess with it? But it's really worked well.
Yeah, and again, to watch these guys, go back and forth and be able to compete at these high levels in both different vehicles, between the trucks, and they're so completely opposite of one another. You take that truck, which makes a good amount of downforce, but is just well underpowered. So you've really got to work on your momentum with that truck. You've really got to work on your cornering, because if you bog that truck down at all, I mean, you're just going to be slow, and you're going to eat tires up. Then you go to the super late model, a lot of power, a lot of throttle control, and you've really got to work on your throttle control and your braking points to keep that car underneath you. So not only was it unique between the two different vehicles, but the two different vehicles were completely opposite of one another.
Right. And the truck is so much more fragile than the super late.
Oh, yeah.
So not only do you have to drive it differently, but you also have to take care of it. If that truck in so I do this super late model early in the race, I think he'd still be out front leading.
No. Which again is one of those kind of weird things in iRacing. Nothing's ever perfect, obviously, but yeah, those trucks for some reason have always seemed just super fragile. You get a little bit of front end damage, and you really got to start watching your temperatures, or you're going to blow a motor. But these super late models, they'll take a beat for sure. Laps continue to wind down here. 23 laps to go in this round number 2 of the playoffs here. It has been green flag the entire way, which is it's just a surprise to me, especially at a little short track like this. That, we've seen a couple guys go around. We saw Mario Ercolani and Jake Ellingson get together there a little bit. Didn't bring out the caution. Everybody got it straight. We saw Mario Ercolani kind of lose control of his car, and but able to get it straightened back out. But short of that, I mean, everybody's kind of been cordial with each other.
Yeah, definitely giving each other some room. Even the guys that are off the pace here a little bit, they've been giving Kyle Meyer plenty of room to get around. Big props for him. He's done a good job.
Yep, as we're under 20 laps left here to go. I'm sure there are a number of these drivers that would like to see caution come out, Kyle not being one of them. And I can't remember off the top of my head, but obviously the championship race is going to be in the trucks, but I can't remember where it's at. Let me see if I can find it. Well, we'll figure it out.
Last week had a schedule. I should last week, so I would know who the playoff drivers keep track of them and stuff.
Right. No one ever said we were perfect around here. 13 laps left here to go tonight. 14 laps, sorry. As we see the leader come around Jake Ellingson one more time here. And Kyle Meyer now is out to almost a 4-second lead over Christopher Morris. As he somewhere along the line, Mike D'Amico's got some nose damage to the front of his car, but still runs there in that third position. We'll check back in on our leader here, who's come up on the back of Peyton Hill and John Dickerman, so there might be a couple more cars going a lap down here. Peyton Hill's just going to get out of the way and let him go on by. Next car to go a lap down is going to be John Dickerman at number 13, who's running in 4th position right now. We are under 10 laps left here to go tonight from Hickory Motor Speedway. Been a lot of great racing here tonight in the Maple Ridge Super Truck Series, round number 2 of the playoffs. John Dickerman gets up out of the way. Kyle Meyer has led since the drop of the green flag from the pole. And it has been smooth sailing for him.
I have to hustle up if he wants to get Mike Pinker, though. I got 7 laps left.
Yeah, he has just set an absolute blistering pace here tonight, as he's now over 4.5 seconds up over Christopher Morris. 6 laps left here to go. Only 3 cars left on the lead lap. That's Kyle Meyer, Christopher Morris Jr., and Mike D'Amico. Mike D'Amico right there. Again, running in his own little area right now. I don't think he's going to... I don't think he'll end up going a lap down here.
No, I don't think there's enough flat. 4 laps left to go. Mike D'Amico's not too worried about it, even if he does.
Nah. As the laps continue to wind down here this evening. Again, thanks to everybody that tunes in to the Go Locker Racing Network. We do appreciate anybody that tunes in and hangs out with us at any point in time, whether you're hanging out with us here with the Maple Ridge guys or hanging out with us over at Go Locker Racing. We do enjoy it. Be sure to drop us a line, jump over to Facebook, whatever the case is, call us a couple idiots. We don't care. As long as we're interacting with people, we love it. Or at least I do. Jamie's not a people person. Final lap. White flag is out. 1 lap left here to go at Hickory Motor Speedway, and Kyle Meyer is only a couple corners away here from bringing home a dominant win here tonight. Led all 125 laps, and Kyle Meyer in that 88 is your winner here tonight.
Wow.
Yeah. There are a couple things I didn't expect here this evening. 1, that dominant of a performance, but 2, no cautions.
Yeah, I would not have guessed no cautions here at Hickory.
No.
For sure.
I mean, it's a third of a mile track. I mean, it's short track racing by definition. I understand it. Maple Ridge has some smaller fields here, but you put 11 cars out here on the track. A lot of action. I mean, especially once the race got going here and got a little spread out. I mean, there were cars, getting lap racing for their own positions and those types of things. But Kyle Meyer being able to put on a hell of a show here tonight and just a absolutely dominant win.
Good for him. Wasn't quite as dominant as Christopher Morris a few weeks ago, but it was still dominant.
Very true.
I mean, he left 2 guys on the lead lap, so, or 3, I think, himself. So.
He did.
I'm gonna try a little harder next time, Kyle.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna go out there and do it, I mean, just, come on, man. All right, let's go ahead and grab a hold of Mike D'Amico, our third place finisher. Hey, Mike, it's Pat and Jamie up in the booth. You got a copy?
I do. How you doing, guys?
Good, man. One, a little bit surprised. Never thought we'd go 125 green flag laps here at Hickory, but y'all did it. But congratulations on the third place finish here tonight, man. So I don't know, just take me through your race here and how was it here at Hickory?
It wasn't the greatest. It's a very tight little third mile, I think it is. It's just hard to get into a groove around here. I mean, for the most part, it was pretty uneventful. 125 laps, and except of when I got into someone, I thought I actually lost a little bit of my engine there. But you know what? I'll take a third at this place any day.
Well, Mike, you just backed up last week's dominant performance at Pocono with a great finish here tonight in the top three. That should keep you as the playoff points leader heading into the Final Four next week. What's your plan to pull off this championship?
Got to go out and win next week. That's the plan right there.
All right, you gonna be able to get it done?
That's what I'm hoping for. If I could repeat Pocono again from last week, I'll take that any day.
Best of luck to you. We'll be rooting for you. Well, we're rooting for everybody, but we'll be rooting for you, and best of luck to you. Anybody you want to thank? Shout out sponsors.
Just thanks to Alex for putting this on, everyone for tuning in, and looking forward to next week to wrap it up.
Man, I'm telling you, Mike, no more profound words than that. What's your plan for next week? To win. What's your strategy? Hope. I love it. Absolutely love it, man.
Gotta stay positive. Gotta stay positive going into Darlington.
Well, best of luck next week, man. It's been fun watching you all season long. Looking forward to seeing you battle for that championship next week, man.
Yep. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
Hey, you too. That's literally what he said, though. What's the plan? Win. What's the strategy?
Yeah.
Hope.
I gotta tell you though, I'm a little jealous. We just got our answer to where they're at next week. I forgot it was Darlington. Man, that's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, oh yeah. Darlington's a blast. Fun track there. Well, we'll give a honorable mention to Christopher Morris Jr. for finishing second. He has declined to interview here this evening. So we will move on to our race winner, Kyle Meyer.
That's a fine.
That should be. I mean, he's Kyle Busching it at this point. At least he's got to show up and say, I'm just here not to get fined. I mean.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Hey, Kyle, it's Pat and Jamie up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, that was a dominant performance by you here this evening. I mean, led all 125 laps here at Hickory. So, I mean, take me through your race and how you were able to just get that car hooked up that well to put on that type of performance.
Just kind of slow and steady, really. Just got to be mindful of throttle input, especially here with how bumpy it is. It eats tires up real quick. So I was just trying to let it roll as long as I could. Just act like there was an egg underneath of me.
Well, Kyle, it definitely paid off for you tonight. You really worked that throttle well because you went out there and put a whooping on the whole field. Congratulations on the win. I know you're not a playoff contender here, so go ahead and make a pick for us next week. Who you think's going to bring this championship home?
Who we got?
I got to be honest with you. I don't exactly know who we got. I know we're going to have Mike D'Amico. We're going to have Peyton Hill. Outside of that, I don't know, because I don't know if Christopher Morris made the cut or if he was cut tonight before Jonathan Dickerman, or exactly what.
Gotcha. I'm going to have to go with Mike. Sorry. Definitely got to go with Mike. He's been strong.
All right, man. Well, appreciate that. I kind of agree with you. We'll see if he can pull it off next week at Darlington in the Chiefs. Again, congratulations on your win tonight. Anybody want to thank? Shout out sponsors.
Yeah, I got to thank Alex for letting me join as late as he did. Um, Tyler Payne with Elite Performance Industries. You guys for putting on the broadcast, which is much appreciated. Y'all do a hell of a job. And hopefully we can do this more often.
Well, man, congratulations on a dominating win here this evening, man. And then we'll see you next week behind the wheel of the trucks.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
All right, man. Well, all right, yeah. Not much else to say about this race except for that right there. I mean, Kyle and I went out there and stunk up the show here this evening at Hickory. We'll get the whole playoff thing sorted out because, I'm like you, Jamie. I'm not real sure how the whole thing played out between Christopher Morris and John Dickerman, and, it's just confusing.
I'll tell you what, I was going to say, I don't see Alex in the general. I was going to bring him up here so we could get a straight answer, but I don't see him around. So we're just going to have to see how it gets played out here. Guess we'll know next week when we get to Darlington, right?
I guess we will know at that point in time. We'll be like, oh, there we are. These are the guys. Oh, man. But, as we always say each and every week, a lot of fun to be involved here with Maple Ridge. This is our second season with them. We've had an absolute blast. Great group of drivers, great group of guys that come out here each and every week and put on some awesome racing. They brought in some phenomenal sponsors like Vermont Sim Racer and a couple of the other paint shops that are out there on iRacing as well. And, we look forward to next week at Darlington and the trucks for the championship. We'll figure out who's actually racing for the championship. We know Mike D'Amico is, so we'll just say Mike at this point in time and 3 other people, or
Mike
2 other.
We know for sure.
That's right. We'll figure out the rest later. But thanks to everybody that tunes in. Thanks to everybody that gives us a whole lot of love out there on the interwebs, whether you're watching on Twitch or YouTube or you go back and watch us or whatever the case may be. We have a blast listening to all the comments and everything, and we do truly enjoy this. But, yes, please go visit our Facebook page. Please vote for Veterans 48 so they can build more motorcycles. We're going to start our fundraiser in the month of May to support that great veteran organization. And if you don't know anything about them, look them up on the internet. You can go to their website, which I believe is veterans48.org. You can visit them on Facebook as well. Jeff Powell, the founder of the whole organization, is a phenomenal guy. I highly encourage you to connect with him as well and just learn about their story. And I think once you learn about their story, you're going to love it and get more involved with it. But again, thanks to everybody here that tunes into the Goat Locker Racing Network, and we'll see you tomorrow at the Goat Locker Racing Truck Series.